Hello guys, I'm going to make a video today. I'm so excited to do it because I'm going to talk about a movie that I liked. Love. Um, Based on an animation that I love as well. Let's go. It's Mulan. Mulan is my favorite. This video could be a long video. I have a lot to say about this. So basically, if you want a short version, I love the movie. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend it. Fun, entertaining, full of heart. Amazing job, Nikki Caro, director, and Liu Yifei, who plays Mulan, is my favorite Chinese actress, and she smashed it. So that's my short version of it. Anyways, let's go on to some thoughts of mine of this movie. I love this movie. When it first came out in the cinemas, I took my sister. I have such nostalgia for this movie. She was just like a little kid, probably primary school, so I went with my friend Vu, and he brought his little sister, and I brought my little sister, so there's four of us. I still remember we went to watch it at Chadstone Cinema, went to watch it, and just because I would take my sister to every Disney movie that came out because they're fun, awesome, and this one was really, really good. It was so fun and funny. Mushu is so funny, with Eddie Murphy as Mushu the dragon. He's so funny. And it's just a really funny movie, but also it's got a great storyline, really inspiring, how it's about being yourself, and especially it's for girls as well. They put in a box of like, you have to be like this to be good. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so good. I love the story, but also I think anyone can take the message of the movie and just take it to themselves, as in like, just be yourself, and it's really, 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 really good message, but also a very fun movie too. So I love the animation, my favorite Disney animation, let's just put it that way. And so I was so hyped for this movie, like so excited, and I waited, and it was March, I still remember, it was like March 26th or 27th, I think it was like, 27th or 2, it was like due to come out. I had it in my calendar, ready to watch it, and then the cinemas all shut down. So I waited, and now it's September the 4th, and Disney just released it on Disney Plus. You pay for, and I don't mind paying it extra at all because I would have paid the same for a ticket. Like, I would have paid to watch it, and I would have gone to dinner. It would have been the same. So I'm very happy to pay the Premier Access to watch it, because I really want to support the director and all the people, actors and all the people involved in this movie, because like they never got to have it released in the cinemas. So I watched this night as soon as I could, and I really wanted to watch it with the same time as my sister, but we're all like restrictions and stuff in Melbourne at the moment, so people can't visit each other. So I called up my sister and husband on the speakerphone, and then she was watching. We were watching it at the same time. We both pressed play on the movie at the same time, and we watched it at the same. And so she was texting me during the movie and stuff. And after the movie finished, she called up. Oh, this is not really a review anymore, is it? It's just me talking. Well, when you clicked on this video, you probably saw how long the video is anyway, so... But really, I love this movie so much, so I have to talk about it. I can't really keep it short. Yeah, I had a short version for you guys. But what's the rest? This is like, watch at your own risk. Anyways, and there's more to talk about. Now I just derailed myself. Basically, Nikki Caro, who I think she's from New Zealand. I'm not sure, but I think she's from New Zealand. She did such a great job with this movie. It was so fun and entertaining. I like movies that are fun and entertaining. But at the same time, it wasn't like blasé about war and stuff like that and stuff. It was still like rooted in like they're at battle and stuff. So it's like had heart, a lot of heart, and it still was. What I really liked about it was like, it wasn't scene for scene same as the animation. Like, it hit the same beats, had the same kind of heart and story, but it kind of like still did its own thing, which was what I really want from a live action remake of something. Like, because I don't want like a cartoon is really good, and then they make the movie. Like, sometimes they'll make it scene for scene exactly the same, and you kind of watch it and you're like, oh yeah, that's great as well, but it's not really what you want. It's when, I don't know, I feel like this is what I want. Mulan, what they did in Mulan is what I want. Take the heart of the story, same beats, same stuff like that, but go. You have a movie now, you have more time, you have maybe a more mature audience, maybe, I don't know, but I don't know, just do something else with it. I don't know, but not. I don't know. It's like walking a tightrope in a way, especially with something with a lot of fans. Like if you go too much, I don't know. It's really hard to do. But for me, I really liked this. I must be in the target audience of what they were going for because I love this movie. The action scenes were really, 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 really cool, and I knew it was gonna be cool because, well, I didn't know it was gonna be cool because depends on the director and stuff. But I knew that because I call it Crystal Liu because that's what she was. I knew her as, but it's Li Yifei, to the main actress in Mulan. I knew she could any sword fighting scenes she could do because I fell in love with her when I watched Return of the Condor Heroes. It's like this Chinese story written by Louis Cha. This video is getting really long now, so I'm sorry, but we're talking about a lot of topics that I love, so how can I not talk about them? Return of the Condor Heroes. It's written by Louis Cha. He's a Chinese martial arts novelist. The story is fantastic, up there with my favorite stories ever, like rivaling like Lord of the Rings of like my favorite stories ever. And they make a lot of versions of this story. Like every 10 years old, they'll redo this story. It's like you know how Robin Hood, they always make different versions. So in 2006, yeah, Liu Yifei, I'll just call it Crystal Liu. Anyways, she starred as the main girl in it. There was a guy and a girl who's the main ones. The guy is main. She's the main. They're both main. But she can fight in that. She's really cool. Oh, well, I wanted to show you here. That's why I had these. It's ready. Just an example of this is what I. This is her character. No, this is it. So this is the Return of the Condor Heroes 2006. Let's check it out. This is her character, her entrance to the story. How cool is this? And that's the main guy as a kid. Like he starts off young and then he grows up later. This is beauty, guys. Her and also the way it's shot and the costumes. There's some scenes that are just perfection, and this is one of them. That's an entrance. He falls in love with her. He's not, I wouldn't say he's a good guy. That kid, I like that. That kid when he grows up is my favorite. So anyway, that's her, Crystal Liu, or Liu Yifei, which is probably her real name, but I just was so used to calling her Crystal Liu, that was her English name. Anyways, so I love her, and I was so happy that she's Mulan. Like if I got to, let's just say I had a choice, I got a chance to pick who could play Mulan, I would pick her. She's my favorite Chinese actress, and she's so cool, and she smashed it in Mulan. She smashed it. Like I was saying, I think this was a role of a lifetime. I would call this a role of a lifetime. Like there's a few roles that people have that is like a role of their life. Like, I was gonna say Leonardo DiCaprio Titanic because that's kind of like with the whole world watching, and that's you. But Leonardo is so good that he's got so many good movies. But let's just say he didn't do any other movies and he just did Titanic. He killed that role, and like the world was watching. I feel like this is, although they didn't get to release it in the cinemas, which is unfortunate, but this, I would say this is a role of a lifetime. Like the world gets to see Crystal. Whoever would play this would get a lot of exposure, and she smashed it. Oh, loved it. Because you can't, I was thinking this when I was watching a movie, you need a good charismatic person to have a good movie. You kind of have to, I don't know, I don't know if you have to, but it helps when your main character or one of the characters is really charismatic and just, you can't take your eyes off them. And I don't know, I can't take my eyes off her. She was so good in it. Like she embodied it. She's beautiful, but she also, not only just beautiful, because there's beautiful, but there's also like acting as well. Like she made the character, like you could just, it was so believable. Anyways, I was gonna show, let's just go to a trailer. Like let's wind this up, because I could talk really, I'm not kidding, I could talk for longer about this movie. Mulan in general, Crystal, too many good things I love in this combo. It's like deadly.
The right hand of the Emperor. She is his guardian.
I love this character of Mulan.
His protector.
Isn't it cool? It's kind of like,
Beautiful and strong.
Nah, Mulan is just her own character. Like I was gonna say like Joan of Arc, but Joan of Arc wasn't really pretend. Was she? She wasn't really pretending to be anything else. She's basically like Joan of Arc level, but like she's at the start she was pretending to be. This cast is so good. The villain is played by Jason Scott Lee, him, who played in the Bruce Lee Dragon of Bruce Lee story, which I loved when I was in high school. I used to love that movie. And Jet Li is the Emperor. Donnie Yen is in it. Such a good cast.
I am blessed with 2 daughters. I will fight.
It's so good. Like, I love it. This movie, it's beautiful to look at too. Like, seriously beautiful.
We must be strong.
Like, it really lived up to the trailer. Because when I saw the trailer, I thought, wow, it's so good. I was so hyped for it anyways. I love her.
Loyal, brave.
It's got such a great story and message and
It is
meaning.
my duty to protect my family.
Like, sometimes, you know, you watch a movie, entertaining, yeah, but March 27, that was when it was supposed to come out, but it doesn't matter. It came out today, and it was fantastic. I loved it.
Ancestors, please protect her.
What is your name, soldier?
Hua Jun, Commander, son of Hua Zhou.
I love it. My heart's just going when I watch this. It's so nice. It's so good, right? I'm really kind of glad that they in a way they took out the musical aspect of it, because then they could really focus on the movie part of it. You know what I mean? Like if
When
you
they find out who you are, they will show you no mercy.
so it can be its own thing. Like if it was the musical, it'll have to really stick to the other one.
I'm Hua Mulan. I will bring honor to us all.
And you did. You really did. Oh, love it so much. So if you can't tell, I love this movie. They did a great job. Really, really, really good job. I don't know what else to say. Because you know when it's something you love, I just can't keep it short. But basically, 10 out of 10. I was going to say, if I had to choose like 10 movies of my favorite movies, and I wouldn't say, yeah, favorite movies, this could easily be in it. Because it's hard to, yeah, I would say it's in my top 10 for sure of favorite movies. Love it. I love this type of movie. Can't get over it. Anyways, I'll wind it up now. Otherwise, I could really ramble for longer. I'm not kidding. Luckily I didn't forget. At the end of the credits, my sister pointed out, like, because I had it paused at the credits. I was talking to her, and she said, "Is this Christina Aguilera singing Reflection?" And I was like, "Oh, cool." And then it was. It's cause I could tell when I heard it. It was like Christina for sure, because Christina Aguilera sang Reflection in the original Mulan as, like, you know, in the credits, and she sang it in this one as well. Oh, it's like things like that is like, you know, they care. Like, it's just so good. They didn't just get anybody. They got the original person who sang Reflection in it. And then, as an icing on the cake, they got, well, Liu Yifei sang Reflection in Chinese in the credits. That's so perfect. So, had they director gone singing route, she would have been able to do it as well. Well, I mean, she just did whatever the director said to do. So, if it was going to be a musical, she would have killed it as well. That's all I can say. Can you tell I love the movie? Yes, hopefully you can. Alright, and I'll leave it at that, and I'm gonna go see you later. Oh! I was typing on Twitter that I really like the movie, and I just want to show you a photo. I got really happy when I saw this. I typed in Mulan. You see, and there's a Mulan emoji that just pops up. Oh, so happy. Anyways, I'm very pleased. I love it. So, alright, see you guys. Bye.